Okay, so we're live. I still working the bugs out on the recording side of things. I think I've worked out some of them. I have also taken to yesterday and today taken to playing music to start, just because I something to be a little more, even slightly more entertaining than me going. Can you guys hear me? Anybody hear me out there? So like this works. And at least with this particular track, it was Van Morrison and Into the Mystic. There's a bit of symbolism there because Van Morrison is from New Orleans. Have a little sip of blueberry tea this morning. Yep, Pelicans made it to the Western Conference Finals this time. So we'll see if we can mix up the finals this year and not have the same old Thunder Bulls thing that we've been having going on for a while now. Because it's old and it's stale and it's got mold growing on it. Not the good kind of mold that saves lives. It's a good kind of mold that's just plain boring. So, okay, I've said my piece. And to those people who will be listening to the stream on YouTube after the fact, or watching and listening, sorry you don't get the music beforehand. I can't, because you know how they are with DMCA takedowns on music. So just kind of, if you need to, go listen to it on Spotify or whatever, just to set the mood. But okay, so there's that. We've got, well, let's see. Bring up the right window. Got all kinds of windows going on. So, once again, Thunder, but now the Pelicans, as I mentioned, in the Western Conference Finals. And the Bulls and the Wizards are in the Eastern Conference Finals. And I've actually got an audience this morning. You can't really see that from here because that's not how this works. But for some reason, about 20 feet away, I've got a gull standing on my railing looking at me like I'm supposed to come out and feed him. And it's like, no, that's not going to happen. Move on, Sea Rat. Anyway, okay, so enough about me. Let's go to the schedule. And good luck to all teams. Obviously, only two can win at this point, but should be interesting. The Thunder have shown a significant weakness in these particular playoffs, being taken to 7 games by both the Blazers and the Lakers. So we'll see if Fendi tries to exploit the same weakness that Idwin and I were able to do our best on. And the Wizards and the Bulls, nothing to say there. Both two powerhouses, and really couldn't go either way there. So let's just see how this goes. Okay, home team wins both times. Thunder, 138-101 over the Pels. In 41 minutes and 3 fouls, you've got DeAndre Ayton at 39 and 14. That's what he does. Jack Himes, you can see a little bit of player movement here on the depth chart. Thor decided that he actually needed to make some changes this time. So there you go. Elrod Hubbard, 19 points at power forward. Jack Himes moves up to small forward. Had a big night, 29 points. 5 for 10 from 3. That helps. Interestingly enough, Rosemond at shooting guard. 12 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. And a little Maynard Camarillo, coming off the bench originally. Now he's starting in 35 minutes. He had 14 points. Not a bad game out of him. 4 steals. Obviously, that's a huge help. And then on the bench, Terry Baltazar had 12 points, not playing center this time. Max Bliss was. He only had 2. And Botello, he got moved to the bench, and he had 6 in his 15 minutes. Moving on up, 24 points for Dick Fillet. That was your leading scorer for the Pelicans at small forward. Grady Wilson, there you can see a problem. 18 points in 17 minutes. That's highly productive, but with 4 fouls, he spent a lot of the game, obviously, on the bench, and that's not what's going to win games for the Pelicans. 17 for Gary Baker, and 10 for Cecil in 5 minutes. That little man, that's potent. So, okay, that was it for the Pelicans. So that's obviously got to change if they plan on doing anything other than get swept by the Thunder. Bulls, 115-100 in Chicago over the Wizards. 40 points for Xuan Guo at shooting guard position. 13 for 26, obviously 7 for 16. That's good shooting, 7 for 7 from the line. Jose Rangel sliding into that starting point guard position. That's what he can do, and he does well. Only 4 points, but 3 rebounds, 5 assists. He's just, basically a filler person as Max moves Guo around the court. Otherwise, 17 points for Carp with 12 rebounds, 14 for soft serve, 9 boards, 13 for El Presidente, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. 13 for D'Ambrosio off the bench, and Jay Jackson has 11. Moving on up, 20 points for Stavros. He led the charge for the Wizards. But Hencho's at point guard. There you go. There's some movement. And obviously, Brian was expecting to find Guo at point guard, and that didn't happen. Bowman's not bad, but he's not going to help that much on Mr. Guo. 16 points there, 9 boards. Let's see, Lovelady had 13 at the small forward position, go along with 6 assists. 14 for Triple J, 14 also for Marcos Williams off the bench. So, yeah, Guo's Guo. What do you do? Let's go on to day 2. Game 2. Here we go. Home team wins again, 108-86. Pelicans go down 2-0. 8 and 45 minutes and no fouls. Well, Fendy's not trying that particular plan that we did. Only 20 points on 7 for 17 for 8 and 12 boards. But Jack Kimes, he's coming up big this series. 34 points on 12 for 18, including 8 for 11 from 3. Solid effort there. 24 for Elrod Hubbard at the power forward. 14 for Camarillo. Roseman proving that he really belongs to the point guard position. He's only got 6 points and 14 boards, which that's not what you need him to do. But whatever, it still was a win. There you go. Grady Wilson, he had a better game, but still 9 for 25 from the field. 4 for 5, sure, from 3. But yeah, you need more than 23 and 10 out of him. Mo Bamba, 14 and 13. Not bad, but 6 for 17 from the field is inefficient at best. Barjuan off the bench, 15. 12 for Gary Baker. Dick Fillet was only 1 for 3 for a total of 3 points. And Robert Pate's dead. So, yeah, it's not how you're going to beat the Thunder. At least, doesn't look like it. 117, 127. Wizards go down 2 games to none. Guo doing Guo things. 41 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. Look at this, though. Rangel, 6 points, 12 rebounds, 12 assists, 2 steals. Sure, there's 6 turnovers, but he's handling the ball. A lot of turnovers for the Bulls. That would, lend itself to helping beating them. But it's not enough. 19 for Carp. El Presidente had 20. And, wow, Rangel was the leading rebounder. And it wasn't even close. 10 for D'Ambrosio. And Soft Serve had 9 and 4 doing soft things. Lovelady had a better game this time. 28 points, but 9 for 17 from the field, matched by Stavros' 9 for 17 and 20 points. 11 and 10 for Triple J, 5 assists, 2 blocks. 21 for Toby Bowman, and 12 for Henchos. That's not bad out of him. And 10 for Eric White. But on that 12 for Henchos, he was 5 for 14. I mean, the whole team made total 45.5% of their shots. But if you look at solely the starters, it was not pretty. That's not a good shooting percentage overall. So, okay. So that was the second game of the series. We're going to switch the home courts. Let's see if it makes a difference. Yes and no. Pelicans take one, 153 to 120. Man, what do you think Grady did in that game? Let's take a look. Grady, 42 points. Yes, that is Grady Wilson ball. And he did that in 20 minutes. 20 minutes, 42 points. Whoa. Holy shit. Wow. I don't think I've seen anything quite that obscene. Well, ignore my browser history. But no, that's ridiculous. 42 points in 20 minutes. 14 for 18. 9 for 10. Holy cow, that is ridiculous. 19 for Dick Fillet, second leading scorer. 18 for Barjuan off the bench. 15 for Mo Bamba, but only 5 rebounds. You need more from him. But they won. I know they won, but that's still troubling. It does, kind of lead the question of when players come back from significant injuries, how 100% are they? Obviously 100% is 100%, but are they 100%? Are they, inhibited by their injury? And I think we're seeing that. 12 points for David and Dennis Williams, 12 and 11. Cecil Carter, 11. Those guys off the bench did well. But, that Grady Wilson, 42 in 20 minutes is kind of ridiculous. If you could keep him on the floor for twice that, I mean, obviously that's the Kobe game. But, that's nuts. 28 for Ayton in 37 minutes and 2 fouls. I'm going to keep waving that flag, man. That is how you at least have a chance at beating the Thunder. And maybe Fendi, maybe he does something else and beats them. But that is it. That's the way to do it. L. Rod Hubbard had 22, 21 and 11 rebounds, 7 assists for Matt Rosemond. That's what you need out of him. 20 for Camarillo. He can still do that. Newton Brower had 12 off the bench, but when the other team scores 153, obviously that is not enough. Bulls take one in Washington, 94-87. That's putting the Bulls up 3-0. That's painful. So Guo had a non-Guo game. He had 20 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, which for most other players that's pretty extraordinary. But Jay Jackson had 19, Presidente 14. Soft serve 13 and 10. They're obviously when the other team scores 87 points, it doesn't take a whole lot to beat them, and they did enough. 24 Toby Bowman, but 10 for 26 from the field. Ouch. 20 for Stavros, 16 boards. That's a solid game out of him. 6 and 10 for Triple J. But he fouled out in 23 minutes of play, and that's gonna be problematic because then you put Marcos Williams in center. And that's not gonna make that up. 11 points for Henchos. Not a whole lot else to say there. Lovelady had 17. 20 and 16 is a good game though, but your starting center's got to stay in the game. I mean, obviously he's not having to really defend soft serve all that much, but there's still a lot of inside scoring going on there. So okay, let's see where this goes. Game 4. Nobody tell Brian. Let's let him have a good day and go home and then find out. Thunder 104-96. They take a commanding 3-1 lead over the Pelicans, taking this one in New Orleans. If I sound disappointed, it's like we're gonna have another Thunder Bulls finals. Great. Swell. Lovely. Obviously, the Pelicans can come back. There's still hope there, but damn it, it's looking like the same freaking thing again. DeAndre Ayton. I did my part. My Blazers took him to 7 games. That was more than 8 seeds do usually. 28 points for Ayton, 11 rebounds, and 44 minutes. 5 fouls. L. Rod Hubbard in 32 minutes had 22 points. No, it's 4 fouls. I was looking at the plus minus. L. Rod Hubbard, 22, like I said, 22 and 7, 13 for Jack Kimes in a quieter game, but he was also plus 19, so go figure. 20 points for Camarillo, but 7 for 18. Matt Rosemond, though, 1 for 13. That's ugly. 5 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Still did other things. Good for him, though. Still got the win. Grady, 31 points, only had 20 minutes and fouled out. 31, yeah. 18 for Dick Fillet, 15, Gary Baker, 6 for 20. That's not what you want to do. 10 for Mo Bamba, 15 boards, 6 blocks. Nicely done. Grady also had 5, so had some shot blocking going on, but nope, got to do more. 11 points for Barjuan. Bulls sweep, 109-98. 32 points for Guo. That's just what he does. 18 and 12 for soft serve. 10 and 11 for Carp and 10 for Jay Jackson off the bench, and that's it. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't have many players playing, but you know it's finals basketball. So the Bulls move on again. 22 points for Lovelady, 21 and 11 for Stavros, 18 and 10 with 2 blocks for Triple J, 10 for Henchos. But Bowman with 8 points on 3 for 23 shooting will not get it done. 12 boards, but what is he doing? Rebounding his own missed shots? That's ugly. That's like, what? Bad. I'm not going to try and do the math this morning. It's just bad. It's just bad shooting. And not ready for prime time. Okay. Let's see what we do in Oklahoma City. Thunder finish them off 4-1. 109-98 over the Pelicans. DeAndre Ayton played all 48 minutes. Only had 4 fouls. 30 points, 15 rebounds. I'm going to keep beating that drum. Fouls. 30 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks. 19 for Jack Kimes. 16 for Roseman to go along with 8 boards, 5 assists, 3 steals, and a block. 14 for Elrod Hubbard. And 13 for Camarillo. Grady in 47 minutes. Wow, he stayed on the court almost the whole game. 28 points, though. 17 boards. You know, for what he can do, he should have had a lot more points in 47 minutes. 22 for Dick Fillet. 10 points for Mo Bamba. Yeah, I'm more disappointed at this finals than I was at losing the first round. So, I don't know. 15 for Barjwan. And I'm gonna try and still bring the best stream tonight, whatever it is. But I'm not gonna Koenig the thing and just but damn it, we gotta beat these assholes. Okay, so yeah, there we are. So I'm not gonna even skip forward. You guys know what's going on. So the finals are the Bulls and the Thunder, and when Thor gets off work, he'll do his depth chart and all that. So we're gonna wait for that. And okay, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me in this frustration. And talk to you soon.